Hey guys, Nitroleum here, and today I'm here to find the fastest D-Class car. Now previously I have made a video on this car, I think it's called Quest to Find the Fastest D-Class car, but now I have a few more cars, so let's just do the same thing with that. So the first car is the Dodge Dart, and this is slightly upgraded, probably level 2 upgrades, but that really won't matter in the long scheme of things because a lot of these cars, even if they're upgraded, can't be another car not upgraded. So just go straight to that, and of course we know that a Dart is not going to be the fastest car, so it doesn't matter if it's upgraded or not. But if we look at the top speed of this, we get 238, so about 237.5, and if we put it in a drift, you can see that its fastest drift speed is it's going about 200, but the fastest one, so about 215-ish, and the natural duration is really not that great, but it does go up to about 240, which is basically average family sedan speeds. Now, same way, so we're gonna this time go with an Audi e-tron. Now this one is Max and Pro, so well, the top speed of it is about the same as a Dodge Dart, so this is basically what a Dodge Dart would be if you had it all maxed out. So yeah, let's take a look. Definitely more acceleration, but again, it's electric, so in an electric car you obviously expect a lot more acceleration. We're getting 275, and without nitro speed is about, let's see, 217, 18-ish. So this is definitely a lot faster. So now let's go for the same race, but this time I mean, I could go for a Tesla, but there's really no point going for a Tesla because I don't even have it upgraded at all. It's actually slower than the Dart. So we're gonna go for the XTS. The XTS and the ATS is actually quite similar, except the XTS does, I think, have a bit higher top speed. So if we go for it, decent nitro duration, by the way. Alright, so we got 258, 59. If it's upgraded, obviously it would go a bit faster than the Audi e-tron, but otherwise it's really quite average. And the thing about the XTS is I actually recommend an e-tron. Even though this has a lot greater nitro duration, if you put it into the corners, you realize it really doesn't, even if drifting, it really doesn't get the handling done. And it's a really heavy car, which means it can't swerve, it can't tight corners, and some of the shortcuts it really won't be able to do. And it also feels quite heavy, which means airtime does quite get cut short. So we're gonna move on to a Ford truck. See if I can max it out. I'm not gonna bother upgrading this. Okay, this Ford truck, I do have a max, not pro, but it's still max, and I think that this can go pretty fast. Isn't this like one of those drag racing? You say, oh, that guy has a big truck and he ends up beating you by a lot. Triple knockdown. Boom. Alright, so this is the first car in the list here that does go past 300. It does about 310. And the other cars, they're doing about 217-ish without nitro, and this car, let's put it into drift and see what it does without nitro. No more than 200, so 199-ish without nitro. Now, some people will be commenting on the Asphalt speed, what do you call it, like a speed multiplier thing, but it really isn't happening in this case. They are not premium cars, which means that the speed is actual speed, so about 1992. So it really depends on the nitro. The next car we have a Science FRS, but we really don't need to go past that. We can talk about the Alfa Romeo GT Mito GTA. However, if you compare this to the truck, you see that the Alfa is higher ranked, but the truck has a lot of nitro and is basically a top speed focused car, while this is much more handling and better acceleration. So the truck, I think it's still going to go faster despite this having about 50 higher rank. And the other thing is that they both have quite poor nitro durations, so for like a premium, no, not a premium, they're not premium, but for like a D-class that you're gonna try to use to bring you all the way to like season 8 and season 8 and higher, for cups especially, these cars are definitely not your best bet. But over in alpha, you see the top speed without nitro is definitely not higher, but if we have nitro, we do. Let's see if we could break 300. Yeah, we just beat 300, but we're obviously going off, so that changes it. But otherwise, it really isn't breaking the 300 kilometers an hour barrier. So in case you wonder what that is, it's about about 190-ish miles an hour. So the next car is the Renault Desire, and this is quite similar to the Ford truck in the fact that it's a lot more nitro and slash top speed focused. This one, however, it does have a lot longer nitro duration, so it's gonna bring you a lot further into the game. I think it does bring me to season 8, well, season 9 doesn't matter, but it does bring me to season 8. I ended up getting an E350Z, but this will do the job. So here's the interesting thing: if you stop, you accelerate, no acceleration at all. But then once you fire the nitro, boom, it's a lot more acceleration. We're doing about 293, so not the fastest, but again, this is not upgraded unlike the Ford truck. So, and then again, without nitro, if we compare it to the Ford truck, even, I think it's about the same, no, even slower at 192. So, that's these cars, and we can go, now we're going into the much more expensive cars. At this point, we have the DS3 Racing. I actually haven't driven this many times, but I actually haven't, no, it's not a car that I often use because I have faster cars, but you can just see how well this does. Again, it's not upgraded, so I don't expect it to be breaking any barriers or anything, but alright. I shouldn't be doing those knockdowns, but this is just top speed, so that doesn't matter. We got 274, so definitely not the fastest car in the game. If we look into garage, I don't think this will be a top speed focused car. That's, yeah, definitely more handling. We're going to go to the Audi S4, and this one does beat the Ford truck in rank and is decently top speed focused. So if we go here, I think we have a chance of beating the truck. Now, the truck got 310, and I think this car could probably do about 320, I'm not sure. The other thing I do have to mention is on the board, it says this is handling focused. From my driving, I can tell you it really isn't. So if we go 270, 280, 293, 316, okay, not 320, but it still works. And from handling focus, how does that handling focus? I mean, it can get you around the corner, but it really goes to a wider line. You won't be able to cut apexes or anything like that. It's really not a very handling focused car. Here's the thing in Asphalt. You want to know if a car is handling focused, if it's a long car, especially like a sedan, large car, probably, or if it's heavy, like, you know, now these heavy, it's probably not going to be top speed, probably not going to be handling or acceleration focused. Now, this is a car that I often use. It brings me all the way to, it does bring me to season 8. I do have a Max and Pro, very good car, but except for the slight lack of nitro duration, but it will do you on most tracks. So we got 300 already, 340, 341, sometimes 342, and this definitely has a lot more handling. See, you can take a corner, and while the Audi on the same thing took the outer lane, this goes way further in, and it accelerates better, has a much higher top speed. This is what I like about this car. So if you want to have a relatively cheap car, it's only for about 50,000. If you want to have a relatively cheap car that will bring you all the way through the game, these 370Z it is. But I do have cars further down. I used to own this BMW, but the game glitched out, lost my account, so I don't have that anymore. I do have this Alpha 4C. So this is the Donkey Board, the highest D-Class. If we take a look at the rank, we got 1365, 59, 58. So this is the third best D-Class car. And if we look at the ranking, the Donkey Board is definitely very acceleration focused. This car's top speed and nitro is basically even with the fastest cars in the game. So if you have a nitro boost, your lap times will be really close. So that really won't matter. The slight lack of top speed, well, top speed's not lacking, but this it's a well-balanced car, but the slight rank difference from Dunkervort really won't affect the lap times much. So if we look at this, we've got 352, which is, and again, they're both Max and Pro, so this is about 10 kilometers an hour higher than the Nissan. The Nitro looks actually about the same. So we have 352 with Nitro. Without Nitro, what do you have? 112, so about 40 kilometers an hour of Nitro. So if we go into the garage and check it, yeah, it was 40 kilometers an hour. So here is my verdict here. Dunkervort, it is very high in acceleration and handling, but I'm just gonna put my finger here. Top speed wise, the Mazda, it does go a bit higher, and the Alpha definitely goes higher than the Dunkervort. And Nitro, the Dunkervort has a bit more, but I think that the top speed in the Alpha does basically end up making for it. The Alpha definitely has less handling, and acceleration wise, people say the Dunkervort's fast accelerating car. That's definitely true. The acceleration wise, the Dunkervort cracks 2.43 seconds, which is quite a bit faster than the Alpha. Again, if you have Nitro boost, that's all going to be fine. And the final thing I'd like to mention is that this is not the Dunkervort base rank. I have upgraded this before, so if you're saying, hey, this looks like a bit higher than the usual rank, that's why. And I'm just going to quickly do one lap of this in the Alpha just to quickly show you guys what kind of lap time it does and a bit about the car. So I got this car from an R&D event, which is research development. It's the first one that I actually completed. Actually used about 900 tokens on that. So if we go for accelerating, okay, shouldn't have done those knockdowns, really slow me down. Okay, now we can get cracking. We got 352 kilometers an hour, and the one thing is that because it's Nitro, is actually a lot less than the Dunkervort, and it makes up with that top speed. If you're drifting, it can maintain a lot higher speed. This car, it has decent handling, so I could try to go for the barrel roll. Not sure if I dare. Nope, I missed that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to wreck here. I just want to do a decent lap. Now this will slow me down, but I do need to get those nitros. And here we go. Now, this Nevada lap in the McLaren P1 Max and Pro is about 1 minute and 4 seconds. Like, that's the best time I got, and the people on YouTube are really not much faster. Like, I think that the hot dog or someone, he also got about 1 minute and 4 seconds with the LaFerrari. The Koenigsegg, what was it? The Agera R Max but not Pro does about 110-ish with boosters. So this I'll be pretty happy if it gets anywhere near 120, and yes, it does 124. I'm actually really proud of that. And this is a D class. Keep in mind, those are high A class, high A and S classes cars. This is a D class, and it does 124. I'm actually quite proud of that. I did record, so this will do about 124 lap. Again, with boosters, you could probably bring the time down about 120, and that's good. That's actually a really good time for a D class. I think the Dunkervort could probably crack about 119, but in the scheme of cups, that's not going to affect you too much unless you're going for the top 500 or somewhat like that places. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here. The fastest D class compared with price and everything, it's Alpha 4C, because those other cars do take a lot more to upgrade Max. So fastest D class that will bring you, like, that will get you first place in cups, this car. However, if you don't have the R&D, you could go for a Super Double RX, but again, that's still quite expensive. Plus the Nitro will affect the top speed. You could go for the Nissan, so quite a bit lower, but still do the job. the Audi will still do the job, but the nitro is not really that good. And the one car I do recommend definitely having is the Desire, because of its massive nitro duration and its immense nitro. You're going to be doing a lot of knockdowns in this. So here's my upgrades. I have level 111 and level 4 nitro. And the reason I do that is so if a car comes, I can knock it down quite easily. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, then please give if you liked it, please give it a like, and also consider subscribing to my channel because it does help me out.